Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of the latest episode of Preacher, The Possibilities. So, overall, I enjoyed this episode a lot more than the first two episodes, because all of the different kind of story arcs that were in here tied together nicely, whereas in the other ones it was very hard to kind of find the connective tissue between each one as we were thrown around. So, this one's kind of taking off from where we last left the other one. Tulip's kind of trying to figure out some kind of game plan that she's going on. She's hunting for something. The Danny person's trying to talk her into pretty much killing her husband, but gives her the last known address of someone. So, as that's going on, Jesse has done his, power whatnot to tell her to open her eyes, and she did open her eyes. This has led the mother to be like, oh my gosh, he did something. I was rude to him, but he did something, explaining it to the other woman that works with Jesse at the church. And it was kind of interesting to see her reaction to it and what was going on with it. And I liked how she's like, I was shitty towards him, but then this happened. This could be something that's happening. And of course, as the episode's going on, Jesse's trying to understand the implications of this. And he's talking to Cassidy about it, and he's like, I need to tell you something. And he started using the power on Cassidy, and Cassidy was laughing his ass off. He's like, oh my god. And he's like telling him to hop on one foot, sing stuff like Johnny Cash, say I love Justin Bieber, his favorite kind of music. I like Justin Bieber. He's like, fuck. He's like, alright. There's only a couple ways you can get this kind of power. Like John Travolta when he had that brain tumor, you're a secret government agent, or you're a Jedi. And I'm like, yes! It was just funny how the whole situation was going, and him coming to terms with like the power and trying to explain to Cassidy how he kind of has that power. And it's cool kind of seeing him integrated into the life of the town, and that he's like looking around, seeing that the casket for the one guy was delivered, and she's like, go do something. He's gotta like find this outfit that makes sure he won't burn in the sun, and him tooling around doing his stuff. And we get more looking into the Beat and Power place, which has the one dude that Jesse broke the arm of. I didn't recognize that he was that one dude in that one spot because of how jumpy it was, but that was interesting to kind of see how that head dude was treating him, and that he's like, oh, I got a right hand man who can't use his right hand. And he was kind of pissed about that. And it was interesting seeing him talking to his son about it, because he's trying to explain to him that, yes, he's hurting his mother, but he's not hurting his mother. It was a very kind of awkward thing, and I'm glad he didn't. He's more than just a one-dimensional, like he beats and abuses his wife. He's loves his wife, but she's into some kinky stuff, and it's just not as black and white as you believe. But that kind of right-hand man did kind of pushed him over the edge, and kind of put him into a spot in a kind of rage. And we see Tulip doing her thing. She's gotten her information. She's pulling over one on a cop to get out of a speeding ticket. And she's talking to Jesse, and she's like, you know what? I found Carlos. He's like, alright, let's go get this sumbitch. And we don't know what's going on with that. It looked like it was a heist gone wrong, because Jesse had to kill someone. And it looked either it was a security guard or a police officer. And this Carlos dude evidently left him, and kind of led to the events of him coming back and being the preacher of the town. And as they're stopped at a gas station, he's in the restroom, and the guy he broke the arm of, pretty much telling him to beg for his life, got a hand cannon on him, and Jesse's using the power on him and pretty much almost gets him to kill himself. And I'm glad that Jesse stopped, because it shows that, yeah, he can do bad things when he needs to, but he's kind of more understanding the power now, and what that actually entails, the burden of that he can make people do whatever he tells them to do. And he tells Tulip that he can't do this, and she's pissed off at him, so he goes back and everything. And evidently, the government agents are like alive again, and once we kind of figure that out. They're like going armed to the teeth to try and capture whatever's in Jesse in a coffee can. We still don't have the explanation for that, but evidently that was holding whatever's in him. And Cassie runs him over again, like, stop coming after me. And I mean, like, you can see this light and everything, and they come back into the church and like, no, stop, we're not after you. Like, so you're not, like, vampire hunters? No, we're with the government. And then you find that they're with heaven. We don't know if they're angels, though that's the most likely possibility, but they haven't explained, like what level of angel, what they're doing, what their kind of goal is, other than to trap whatever is in Jesse back in a coffee can. So we got kind of more info on those fronts and kind of more idea of what's going on in this series. Because evidently, whatever's in Jesse's vastly powerful, can make people do whatever he tells them to do. And people in heaven are trying to capture it again because evidently it escaped. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes moving forward. But I really like this episode better because it was more focused and you kind of were getting an idea of where this series is going, because now there are other forces just even besides vampires and other kind of things that are out there possibly that we're going to have to contend with. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes moving forward. So those are my opinions on the episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.